Come on, son! This is the biggest game of the year. We have to be up for it. We're going to Anfield. Usually a house of horrors for us, but we have one there over the past decade. But this is a very big game for us to be, in that top four. And Liverpool is playing very well at this point, so it's going to be a tough game. We just can't lose it. A draw is okay, but we need to win it. If we can beat them, and then maybe they take some time off or points off of Arsenal next week or 2 weeks, we should have a nice little cushion going into the last 8 games. As I said, this is the biggest game of the year. The FA Cup is over. As many people said, that the next games are going to be cup finals, and we have to win probably 7 or 8 of them, or 6 of them, and not lose them. So, a little bit about Spurs. I thought we played well the first half, but I said in my preview and also in my review after the game, Spurs is a team that folds, and they fold against us. It's unfortunate for them, but this is why they're a team that usually doesn't get up in the top 4. So, on my preview, I decided to use my Spurs kit that I had, and we ended up winning 3-0, so I pulled out. I did have a Liverpool one. I've had one for a long time. I think this is 96, I think, that year. My daughter was in love with Michael Owen, so I got it for $5 or £5 in a place in Ipswich. Actually, it's one of the better uniforms that they have. Back then I kind of liked the way they play, even though they're our biggest rival. Back under, I think it was Evans. Not Evans. What was the coach's name? I don't remember his name. It was Evans. Just before all the other guys came in, I liked the way they play, especially the classic matches that they had against Newcastle. They played nice playing of football, and that all changed when the waiter came in. Of course, he won stuff with him. Okay, Liverpool has a lot of threats. We know that. I mean, the guys up front, the S&S, Sturridge, and Sterling can be hard for any team. If they're clicking, we're gonna have a problem. I don't know. Somebody's got to shut them down in midfield before they get into the box. It depends. I mean, if we're going to leave, like Smalling and Jones in there, I mean, those guys are, even though as much as Smalling has played well, he is, and Jones are like they're a penalty away every time he touches the ball. It's kind of, we have to hope that the ref is fair and doesn't just fall for the diving players that they have. Obviously, there are other threats. Or Coutinho, a great player, one of the best midfielders in the Premiership right now. He pretty much runs that team, and up there with him is Henderson. I don't know what to say. The guy has had a great year. Some unbelievably shots that he had. That one game they had I think they had like two shots, and they're very out from the outside the box, and they won the game. So, like I said, they're playing well, and Lallana is really good too. So, we can't go there and, well, obviously under Van Gaal, we're not a team that's going to go out and act like we're better than everybody. We want to hold on to the ball and stop them from doing stuff. But and that brings me to how we're playing right now. Obviously, the first half against Spurs was probably the best we played all year. Is this going to be a false dawn? I don't know. If we get beat by Liverpool, doesn't mean they're not playing well. If we go there and we get run over, like we did in the second half, or like the last 30 minutes against Leicester, then we might have to say that there's something going on. But I think this is going to be a cagey affair, and we're going to try to get them on the counter attack. Now, I was right about the Arsenal game a couple weeks ago in the FA Cup. I said it would be an open game. I thought it'd be like 3-2 and we'd win. It was a very open game, which happens in the FA Cup much more than the Premiership. But and we had plenty of chances, and it could have been 3-2 our ways. But um, I feel this is going to be a cagey affair unless somebody scores early, especially if it's us. I think that'll bring out Liverpool, and if that happens, we should be able to beat them on the break and maybe get up 2-0 or something. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be very close all the way to the end, and it's going to have to be a touch of class or a mistake from us or them. So as far as my team, it's hard to go against that team that started against Spurs. So as much as I want Raphael to be in the 11, I think it's going to be Valencia is going to be right back, and I think it's going to be Smalling and Jones. As much as I do like Jones and I like his passion, like I said, he is a penalty everywhere. I mean, he is looking for one to give to the other team. So that concerns me. I almost would like to have Rojo there. And Rojo, obviously, he's been in the World Cup final, so this guy knows pressures. But this is Manchester United, Liverpool. Maybe it's even bigger. So maybe it's going to be Jones there. I'll leave Jones there. And then I think I like with the way Blind played in left back, and I think he should stay there. And his ability to get out of trouble. The only issue I have with him is he's kind of small or slow, but he has that brain that makes him a little fast up, makes him a little more fast. Because he has a football brain, he's actually faster because he knows where he needs to go. So in the midfield, it's going to be Carrick and Herrera. The question is now, should Di Maria play? I think he has to play, and he has to play because we paid $60 million for him, and he's played at the biggest stages. And I think he'll look at that and he'll say, you know what, this is Anfield, this is Manchester United, Liverpool. I'm going to come out and play my best game, and I'm going to be the guy that does it and become a hero, just like Forlan was for doing it. Of course, Forlan left us and became a great player from other places. But anyway, and I think this is the type of game that will give him his confidence. So I think he has to be in. I think Louis van Gaal is going to put him there. The other issue is Young or Mata. Do we let Young play, although he's probably been one of our best players all year, or do we let Mata be able to go in between with Herrera and Carrick and just going around and use his movement and the balls on the floor instead of put it up front or in the air all the time, and just get them out so we can do something. I'm going to put Mata in. Mata is another player that's been at the top level, and I think as much as I like Young, this might be a bad thing, but I'm going to go with Young or with Mata. I don't know if it's going to be a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2 that turns into a 4-3-3, or maybe in a diamond of some point. And then Fellaini is going to be up there just off of Rooney. I was a guy that said that the experiment for Fellaini was done, should be over, but he played well, and again, he played well. We'll see. He's played against Liverpool enough. He knows what it's like. And I know that Liverpool will have to do something about him. He can dominate in his way, like not very few players can. And his confidence is at its all-time high. So I don't think that Liverpool or Van Gaal is going to bench him. I mean, his confidence is very, very high right now, and so is the team right now. So that's basically my team. And the question is, am I going to use my head or my heart on this? Part of my head says it's going to be a draw, score draw. That we're going to score, they're going to score. It is Anfield. Obviously, we beat them 3-0 this year, so they obviously have that against us, and they have to get in the top four. I mean, it's a huge game for them, and it's a big, huge game for us. It's their Super Bowl. For right now, it's our Super Bowl. So I'm going to stick with my idea. I think it's going to be 2-2. I think that we're going to be up and they'll probably score near at the end. Probably a dive from Gerrard who comes off and just flies does a starfish into the box and gets a penalty, and then Dave will save it, but then it'll come back on a rebound, probably from Balotelli. I hope not. Anyway, that's my prediction, and that's my review or preview. Obviously, I'll be here hopefully after the game. I don't know. If we lose, it will be a while. I hate watching Liverpool. I hate playing. It's one of those. I almost fainted one time watching them against Liverpool, and then O'Shea scored, and then I went crazy to the house. But anyway, that's what I have. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good day.